Question 6 says the parabola y equals x squared is changed to the form y equals a times x minus p squared plus q by translating the parabola 3 units up and 3 units left and expanding it vertically by a factor of 2. Then it asks us what are the values of a, p, and q for our new parabola. So what we've done here is taken our equation y equals x squared and changed it to the form y equals a times x minus p squared plus q by doing these translations and expansions here. So what we've done in this change is translated 3 units up, translated 4 units to the left, and expanded vertically by a factor of 2. So let's look at all these things in turn and think about how this relates to our variables here in our new equation. So if we're translating up or down, the variable we're changing is this q on the outside, as we remember from our notes. So this translation up is affecting our variable q. But how does it affect it? So just in the same way as if you go above the x-axis, it's positive values, and below the x-axis, it's negative values. If we move it up, we are adding the number of units we're moving up. So this is going to be a positive 3 for q to get our translation up. So q is equal to 3. For the second part, we're translating the origin 4 units to the left, and so in the same way as to the right of the y, so in this case, the variable that we're changing is this p inside our squared term, and that's just given in your notes as well. So in this case, we're changing p, and in this expression, p is always being subtracted from x. So we can think of p in the same way as we thought about q, where if we're moving to the left, it's negative. If we're moving to the right, it's positive. So in this case, we move to the left, so p is equal to negative 4. And when we plug that back in, of course, these negatives are going to cancel out, and we're going to be left with x plus 4 in our equation. So this last part, what we've been told is that we've expanded this parabola vertically by 2. In this case, the variable we're changing is a on the outside here, and a changes like you'd expect. So if a is greater than 1, we're expanding, and if a is smaller than 1, then we are contracting or squishing our parabola. So in this case, we've expanded by a factor of 2. So again, we're talking about a, and expanding by a factor of 2 means a is equal to 2. So we've found our values for p, q, p, and a, like the questions asked. You can just rewrite this equation here with what we know now. P is equal to negative 4. These negatives cancel out, so we're left with x plus 4 squared plus 3 on the outside. And this is the equation of our new parabola after these translations and expansions.